Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechak Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of 1 Samuel, the 27th chapter, as we went through in the 26th chapter with Saul hunting down David yet again, and the Lord delivering Saul into David's hands another time, in which David ends up sparing his life. So this is 1 Samuel 27:1. And David said in his heart, I shall now perish one day by the hand of Saul. There is nothing better for me than that I should speedily escape into the land of the Philistines. So if this keeps up, one day Saul's going to catch me. So the most sensible thing to do now would be to seek refuge in the land of the Philistines and to no longer be in the territory of Israel. And Saul shall despair of me to seek me any more in any coast of Israel. So shall I escape out of his hand. Meaning, like, Saul is gonna eventually, stop pursuing after David, considering that he's no longer in the territory of Israel. And David arose, and he passed over with his 600 men that were with him unto Achish, the son of Maok, king of Gath. And David dwelt with Achish at Gath, he and his men, every man with his household, even David with his 2 wives, Ahinoam the Jezreelitess, and Abigail the Carmelitess, the Baal's wife. And it was told Saul that David was fled to Gath, and he sought no more again for him. And David said unto Achish, If I have now found grace in thine eyes, let them give me a place in some town in the country, that I may dwell there. For why should thy servant dwell in the royal city with thee? So he ends up making like a somewhat of a league, and the king of Gath allowing him to stay there. But originally he was dwelling in the royal city with where the king was. And so he basically asks to have, like a separate area where him and his men can, or him and his, those that were with him, his company, can dwell, as opposed to being in the royal city. Then Achish gave him Ziklag that day, wherefore Ziklag pertaineth unto the kings of Judah unto this day. So from that time when it was given unto David, it stayed in possession. Basically, it became like a possession for the kings of Judah. And the time that David dwelt in the country of the Philistines was a full year and 4 months. And David and his men went up and invaded the Gershurites and the Gezrites and the Amalekites. For those nations were of old the inhabitants of the land. So they were the ones dwelling within that region area, right? Which is like south of Judah. As thou goest to Shur, even unto the land of Egypt. And David smote the land, and left neither man nor woman alive, and took away the sheep and the oxen, and the asses and the camels, and the apparel, and returned and came to Achish. And Achish said, Whither have ye made a road today? So where did you raid, or where did you go, to take over today? And David said, Oh, against the south of Judah, and against the south of the Jerahmeelites, and against the south of the Kenites. And David saved neither man nor woman alive to bring tidings to Gath, saying, lest they should tell on us, saying, So did David, and so will be his manner all the while he dwelleth in the country of the Philistines. What that means is David wasn't being 100% truthful to Achish in telling him the places he raided. So he made it seem like he was raiding Israelite territories. Meanwhile, that's not where he was going. And the places where he took over, he slew all of them, so nobody would come back to the king of Gath and tell him, hey, David is actually raiding our towns. And this is what he's going to continue to do so long as he dwells with you. And Achish believed David, saying, He hath made his people Israel utterly to abhor him. Therefore he shall be my servant forever. So this was like, this in Achish's mind is sort of confirmed for him that, oh yeah, David is definitely going to be with me, because he's been going against his own people. And at that point, that separation is going to be perfect. All right. It's capitalized off of. So that's the end of 1 Samuel, the 27th chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rechak Wadash. Until next time, Shalom.